on TMZ.
So, not only did Donald Trump pardon the Chrisleys,
I hear they're terrific people,
but the millions of dollars that may have already been paid in restitution, the victims may be forced to repay that money.
Todd Chrisley will be at the White House with the family, with cameras rolling on the new reality show.
No, be at the White House. He's going to be part of the administration in a month.
Did anyone see the news and feel bad for Joe Exotic?
So Diddy's defense team is crying foul now. They want a mistrial, and it's all over fingerprints from the Kid Cudi arson investigation.
Does it make you think the defense feels like they're losing?
Last week, I don't think they showed racketeering. This week, I think when you listen to Capricorn talking about you're gonna end up at the East River and the whole thing with Suge, I think Diddy's in trouble on racketeering now.
There's a legal war between David Geffen and his estranged husband, all over how much the estranged husband might be seeking as part of their divorce.
The issue is community property. David Geffen is worth $8.7 billion, according to Forbes.
I hope this guy gets paid. We're always rooting for underdogs.
David Geffen earned that $8 billion.
Yeah, but so did Donovan.
Donovan put in some work.
Donovan did put in some work. Give him a little credit.
Sophia Vagara, she's in Cannes, and I think I could land her if I had enough money.
Jackson.
She said she can never date someone who has less money than her.
That's ridiculous.
Money's really important.
And also, men don't like it if women earn more.
That is a big myth.
No, it's not.
Guys can't handle a woman who makes more than them.
I don't know, but you're all poor, so keep working.
Convicted of bank fraud and tax evasion? Well, don't worry about it. In fact, tell you what, we're gonna pay you.
Trump announced yesterday he was pardoning Todd and Julie Chrisley. Crazy. I mean, Savannah has been after this for years.
And got the news from the big guy.
your parents are going to be free and clean, and I hear they're terrific people. This should not have happened.
There's no illusion about what this is, because when their daughter filed the papers, she didn't say they were treated unfairly in court. She talked about all the things she's done for Donald Trump.
And we knew this was going to happen when she spoke at the RNC.
It's transactional.
But that's the way it works. I mean, Biden pardoned his son. But here's the rub. So how much money?
A little over 17 million.
According to the lawyer, they paid some of that back.
Under federal law, if you still owe restitution for a crime and get a presidential pardon, that debt is canceled. But wait, if you act now, you can also get the money you did pay back from the victims. That is, if the president so orders. So all the banks the Chrisleys defrauded may have to write them some fat checks. As far as tax evasion,
So if one of the victims is the U.S. government, I presume that'll be pretty easy to get back.
We're all the victims here. That's our money.
yeah, but on the other hand, the Chrisleys need a new private jet. So keep paying them taxes, people.
Did anyone see the news and feel bad for Joe Exotic?
Well, one person did. Joe Exotic. He writes, I have never been more disappointed in my life that President Trump is pardoning all of these people that blah, 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 blah.
I think it's because Joe's gay.
I think it's because he tried to have someone killed.
Anyway, Chrisleys, guess congratulations are in order. Go live your lives. And try not to steal anything.
Bianca Sensori is back and barely wearing anything.
Look at that.
Ridiculous, her outfit.
I used the full sticky note this time. She posted this on her Instagram with not a lot of context, but it's a lot of netting, it's a lot of see-through.
Literally fishnet and
It really is, like,
Wild. Who is the woman that you could look at every time naked, like somebody like a celebrity, if they post pictures, and not get tired of it?
SZA.
SZA.
Well, SZA's a good pick.
Have y'all seen that BBL? Oh.
SZA is a good pick.
That's the best BBL in the business.
Who's the guy? The guy that you would just never get tired of looking
Would it
at?
be like Chris Evans or like
Henry
Chris Hemsworth?
Cavill, Chris Evans.
I've got news for you, though. We'll get tired of anyone.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
You know, anybody gets tiring to look at naked or anyway. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but didn't you have an ex that you're like, God, that person was hot? You can look back and still think that.
Going on the record, no. Don't think about it. I don't think about it.
Human fingerprints. No two are alike unless they're from the same person, which is something Diddy's defense team is saying the prosecution is suggesting, and therefore they want a mistrial. We'll explain.
So this is a fascinating development. Remember the Kid Cudi arson investigation that was from back in January 2012. There was a Molotov cocktail put into his car.
The car went boom, and prosecutors believe the device was thrown at the behest of Diddy in a jealous rage over Cassie.
There was an arson investigator who took the stand for the prosecution and said that they pulled some fingerprints from that investigation, and they found fingerprints from an unknown woman. The investigator then talked about that burglary. Remember, before the arson, there was a break-in at Cudi's home where potentially Diddy was inside and wanted to confront Kid Cudi, and there was also a fingerprint card from that investigation that was handed over to authorities.
Yeah.
And what this could have done is you could have matched the fingerprints from the burglary to the arson.
The argument is he's using people to commit crimes like burglaries and arson, which then really drives home the racketeering charge.
Slight problem. Turns out the fingerprint card from the break-in had been destroyed, to which Diddy's defense says,
you have to declare a mistrial. You're having someone testify to make the jury think that the two things are connected.
I think they're saying the prosecution played dirty by going down the road trying to insinuate that Diddy's people did both when they knew they couldn't connect it, but they still put it before the jury.
Diddy's defense also said just bringing up the missing fingerprints planted the idea that Diddy was somehow behind them being destroyed.
And they wanted to declare a mistrial because this was all done in front of the jury and it's hard to unring that bell. The judge said, I'm going to strike all that fingerprint testimony, but I'm not declaring a mistrial.
Okay, but isn't this about the evidence in the case?
This is not about the evidence in the case. It's about setting up an issue for appeal.
Right.
That's what Diddy now has, is an issue for appeal.
It's not a great one.
That's what they told Atticus Finch, and he wound up killing that mockingbird, if that's what that book is about. More Diddy tomorrow, everybody.
Timothée Chalamet finally got to meet legendary broadcaster Ernie Johnson. Now, Ernie Johnson is the guy who was, for years and years and years, worked inside the NBA desk. He's amazing. A while back, when Timothée was promoting one of his movies, they asked him, hey, who would you like to play next if you do another biopic?
What about the Ernie Johnson biopic?
It was like an out there answer. They didn't know each other. And then last night at Game 4, Knicks-Pacers in Indiana, Ben Stiller makes the introduction.
Timothée, Ernie Johnson. Playing in the biopic. I'm playing in the biopic.
It was cool.
Timothée Chalamet is a real,
Plays it
like
perfectly.
A super duper sports fan.
He's just real.
He's like authentically himself. You see so many celebrities who are phony sports fans. You know they don't really care. They just show up because it's a big game. He's the opposite.
I'm so late to the game with him. I didn't get him for a long time. I totally get him.
Yeah.
It made me a hero with my kids and grandkids.
I'm playing in the biopic.
And now those crypto torture guys like to party until they're pooped. Or at least until they see some.
The crypto guys that allegedly tortured an Italian tourist were once living the high life.
Yes, John Waltz and William Duplessis, who are currently in custody for allegedly torturing a man for weeks to get access to his crypto fortune, are huge partiers.
They were like New York socialites, and we got some videos and photos of them from February. They would go to this place called The Box in New York City.
An exclusive club where they would drop 80 to 100K, sometimes hanging out there 2 to 4 days in a row. And apparently William didn't like wearing shirts.
And they said he always took off his shirt because if he had on his shirt, they wouldn't take him serious.
Yeah, he looks all business. But that's not even the weirdest thing that happens at this club.
There's like some disturbing things that go on there.
Like what?
Apparently a person poops on stage.
And not just once by accident, it's like a thing.
How do they time that?
A professional pooper never reveals their secrets. But how did these guys go from scat watching to torturing a guy?
You get so bored seeking a thrill. Once you've watched somebody pooping on stage, what's next?
Watching him clean it up?
There is a pooping community. Excuse me, Pittsburgh platter.
What's a Pittsburgh platter?
A Pittsburgh platter is because the glass was made in Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh! We've got more than just steel.
Sophia Vagara is a hot MILF. She proved it the other day on Instagram. The legs, it's all in the legs. She's in Cannes, and interestingly enough, I think I could land her if I had enough money. Because
you are into Lulu.
Wait, why do you think you can get her?
She said she can never date someone who has less money than her.
Because she says that if you date a man that has less money than you, men feel like they need to provide for you financially.
It's like that's crappy to say.
What?
That you got to have somebody who makes more than you.
It's crappy for men to say we want someone hot.
And also, men don't like it if women earn more because it like the dynamic.
That is a big myth. Men don't care.
It's not. She's probably experienced
You
that.
guys keep saying it, and we keep saying, no, we like it.
I lived it.
I would love my wife to make more than me. I would love it.
You guys all say we don't understand women. You don't understand men.
Right.
No, we do.
You're not that complicated. You are not that complicated.
You're all poor, so keep working.
Coming up.
Chris Evans is selling his Hollywood Hills house for just under $7 million.
Where's the house?
It's on top of Mulholland.
That's the worst. I mean, the view is great and everything else. You forget like a carton of milk. It is a slap going down that hill.
Coming up.
Annie Knight. She has earned $6 million from OnlyFans. Her earning potential is like this.
It's like that purse, and then it goes down.
Be right back. Hey, do you have a spare $7 million? And do you want to try to lick sweat off Chris Evans' used gym equipment? Then it's your lucky day because
Chris Evans is selling his Hollywood Hills house for just under $7 million. The coolest thing, I think, is the private gym in it, which is where he trained to maintain his Captain America body for those last few Avengers movies.
Is this a bachelor pad? He's not married, right?
He's married.
Who's he with?
He's with Alba Batista. She is gorge.
that checks out. And the Evanses are ditching LA to movies to be closer to family, leaving their 4,500 square foot, 4-bedroom, 5.5 bath home with views to die for behind.
Where's the house?
It's on top of Mulholland in the Hollywood Hills.
Oh, that's the worst. You forget like a carton of milk. It is a slap going down that hill.
Okay, but what it lacks in milk-grabbing convenience, it makes up for in classic style and peaceful tranquility.
Oh, it's a round pool.
Oh my God. What's wrong with the round pool?
It's not a lap pool. Well, what do you want to do? Just sit in a raft?
Sounds like torture. But aside from those points, think we can all agree this house is sheer perfection, right?
There are rattlesnakes. Yeah, it's all hills.
Okay, you would make a terrible realtor, sir. So act fast and snatch up Chris's former digs.
He is the hottest guy in Hollywood, 100%.
Oh, do you think Chris Hemsworth ever joined him?
It's a gym, dude, not a porn set. Good luck, Becky's, Chris.
Have done it if I didn't want to and I didn't enjoy it.
Big Down Under podcast, we had a very interesting episode with Annie Knight. You might have seen her, she kind of went viral in the last week or so because she slept with...
What number did we end up getting? 583. What?
583 guys in a day.
In a day?
In a day, yeah.
I made a few TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff just saying like, you know, I've got this event coming up. You can finally have your chance to me on this date. Everyone who applies gets invited.
She has earned $6 million throughout the course of her OnlyFans career. The videos of the 583 guys are going up now. Her earning potential is like this.
It's like that purse, and then it goes down.
I asked her, so, like, what's your body count?
Straight after I did the challenge, my body count was 2,061, and it's now about 2,063, give or take maybe 50 people, because here or there I might have forgotten to tally a few. I think everyone should just do whatever makes them happy. If that's sex, then go have sex.
And now TMZ presents David versus Goliath, whose name is also David.
There is a legal war between David Geffen and his estranged husband, all over how much the estranged husband might be seeking from Geffen as part of their divorce.
Yes, the 82-year-old billionaire entertainment mogul and his estranged husband, 32-year-old former go-go dancer David Andrew Armstrong, are divorcing after 2 years of marriage. And since there was no prenup, let the fun begin.
Legally, he's entitled to spousal support for 1 year. David Geffen said in his papers he's willing to pay that. The issue is community property. David Geffen is worth $8.7 billion, according to Forbes. What we're told is he hasn't really made any income because he's been retired for 15 years. What you bring into the marriage is yours, and what you profit from that is still yours.
But that doesn't mean you can't try to get a piece.
In papers he filed today, David Andrew Armstrong says that he wants the court to determine the rights to community and quasi-community assets and debts.
Them's their fighting words.
Geffen earns a ton of money in like residuals off the movies he owns, all the music rights. He taking those interests mixing them with David Armstrong's assets.
What assets?
Clearly, you've never seen Armstrong go-go dance. Point is, Armstrong, who danced under the name Donovan Michaels, wants the court to decide if he's entitled to anything more than the spousal support.
I hope this guy gets what he can.
Why should he get money from David Geffen?
David Geffen earned that $8 billion.
Yeah, but so did Donovan.
Donovan put in some work.
So good luck, David 1 and David 2. Maybe you should have just stuck with Cher. Happy divorcing!
They announced the cast of Survivor season 50.
Oh, this is crazy.
Mike White.
Crazy.
Back for season 50.
Back on Survivor.
Yeah, he was on 2018, Survivor 37, David vs. Goliath. Final 3.
He's the most famous. He's a television showrunner, creator.
And at the time, when he came on the show, everyone was like, you're the guy from School of Rock, right? So now he's Mike White.
But the best part is everybody that he used to be on Survivor with, he cast them all in White Lotus. They all make appearances.
Oh, is that right?
So now if you're cast with Mike White, you're like wanting to be his best bud.
Is Survivor something, like, obviously you'd never do it, but is it something you think you could do?
No.
No, definitely not.
This guy couldn't survive 6 hours without a gym.
Well, no, the gym part wouldn't be a problem. It would be like someone to get him paper towels, napkins.
Not having an assistant.
He would go with Anakin.
Coming up.
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are finally seen together once again.
Where are they?
They are in Midtown Manhattan.
I've been thinking about it. She's the alpha now.
She is not the alpha. He's the alpha of the country. He's the #1 alpha.
But not the alpha of his home.
I disagree.
Barack Obama and Michelle Obama are finally seen together once again.
Where are they?
They are coming out of the Lowell Hotel restaurant in Midtown Manhattan. The great thing is that Michelle's all smiles. Clearly, whatever they were doing, it was a good time.
I've been thinking about it. She's the alpha now. She may have always been the alpha, but
she is not
especially
the alpha.
now.
He's the alpha of the country. He's the #1 alpha.
But not the alpha of his home.
I disagree.
I know people who went to law school with them. They're both brilliant. They tell me she's more brilliant.
So because she's smarter than him, she must have control in the relationship. It can't be 50-50.
No, I'm just saying all of the crap fell on Michelle to keep the house running, raising the kids.
So a normal relationship. Keep going.
No, I mean.
Really, my husband today texted me, asked me, what do I pack for a field trip lunch?
Wives imitating their husbands talk. My wife does this too. You make them sound like he's got a problem.
Jamal, why do you shade Daniel so much? He does so much.
I don't shame him. He does great.
He said, I can't even make us lunch.
Because the teacher wrote very specific instructions in the class dojo about what to bring for lunch.
Do you clap it when you're talking to him like this as well? Like, that's condescending.
She does that to me.
Coming up.
Camila Cabello is going through a breakup with ChatGPT.
I didn't even sit with things anymore. I just wanted ChatGPT to solve everything for me.
Can I tell you who should be worried? Shrinks.
Everyone's gonna do this.
I actually deleted it today. I was actually depending on it too much.
Camila Cabello is going through a breakup with ChatGPT. So she was on this Australian radio show, Jason Lauren, and she was talking about how she's become really reliant on ChatGPT, like emotionally reliant.
I didn't even sit with things anymore. I just wanted ChatGPT to solve everything for me because it can be so comforting. And I was like, this is kind of unhealthy. So I deleted it today. I broke up with her.
Can I tell you who should be worried? Shrinks.
Everyone's gonna do this.
Everybody's gonna do it.
So I went to my therapist and then I had like a follow-up thing, but I was like, well, I don't want to get charged to send him an email for this question. So I put it in ChatGPT, and then when I met with my therapist, literally the same response.
But you ask him what he asked his therapist, you're asking, what's your problem?
It's not Brendan, it's the guys that he dates.
It's like, why is someone acting this way? And they'll be like, oh, they...
Okay, Brendan, I do not want to pry, but whoever this person is...
His name is he works at a bar.
Oh my God, that we can
Neff, come on. You tell anything to Neff, she's gonna bring it up.
I broke up with her.